Hi everybody, hi every spirit, welcome very much to a new Age of Empires video, and today we have a lot of new things to show you. Keep in mind, these things are not guaranteed to happen, because today I'm bringing you the PUP, the Public Update Preview changes that the developers have in mind and they have made available to you by you can play the public update preview yourself and test these changes and give feedback to the developers as well. So let's get right into it. There is a lot of changes, some more relevant, others less relevant. We have new maps, a new game mode. We'll get into that, right? We have a new map pool, team map pool, known issues, mods, performance updates, whatever, right? We'll cover that in another video. For right now, we are here to cover the balance and gameplay changes, okay? So here we start with something that I'm not really sure what will be the impact of this, which is the new spyglasses ability, or technology I mean. So available from the stables in the Imperial Age, okay, Imperial Age, scouts no longer gain extra line of sight as the player ages up, and this is what is kinda worrying me. I'm not sure if this is good or bad. I think it's kinda bad, especially because then you only research this technology on Imperial Age, and many games do not reach Imperial Age. So you will always have less vision with your scouts unless you reach the Imperial Age. And the thing is, we are very used as players, catch me live on Twitch, using the links down below in the description, right? We as players, we are very used to this scaling in vision, right? So I think this also kind of unnecessary change, right? Why would you do this? I see no purpose. If you guys see a purpose on this, let me know in the comments down below. Then Palisade Gate health decreased. Alright, so they made the Palisade Gates easier to destroy. Okay, also I think at least me, I don't feel that was a problem, but it might be, maybe they're too bulky. I don't know, we'll play and see how it goes, but for me I also think this is a bit unnecessary. Units standing on walls that idle aggro will no longer leave the safe walls to chase enemy units. This is great because that could be very annoying. Your units will leave because when the units are on the walls, they get more range, more defense, and then they leave that favorable position to go chase a unit that sometimes you didn't even command them to do. So yeah, I like that. All defensive buildings attack radiuses are now made visible to any player when selected. That's very good, I really like that. Monks can now heal. Monks, and I assume every religious unit, not just monks, because you have monks, priests, prelates, scholars, imams. Monks can now heal any injured friendly units nearby while patrolling, alright? Heal and inspire abilities cannot be queued from the command card. No, I'm not clear about this one. If you guys know what this one is all about, let me know in the comments down below. Then, new updates for all civilizations. Armored hull technology. Cost reduced, research time reduced, and for the daily as well. I mean, I think this is okay. I think this is not a big change. It's a good change, makes this more accessible. It's easier to go into this, and this can change if you go for this and your enemy doesn't. That can change the course of the game, right? But it's not like game changing, game broken, or like, oh, this is so important. It's not. It's like, okay, thank you for this change. Then naval ships under attack moves orders will now continue along the shortest path to their destination after destroying a target. That's very cool. Alright, that's less micro or less worrying that you have to attribute to that situation. Arrow ships, no, this one is really good. Arrow ships now target the center of enemy ships correctly. This improves the arrow visuals and communicates when they hit or miss better. So that allows you to have a better understanding of what's going on in the battle. Sprinkled ships now properly target and shoot enemy units that are close by. Yeah, sometimes they will act weird. I want to see how well they have improved this, because sometimes they will just like take, especially when you have a lot of boats fighting against a lot of boats, the springboard ships would like go for these extra longer routes, or some of them will just stay in the back, not attacking, but they have the command move, but they have so many boats in front of them that they couldn't perform that. I hope they fix that very well. Increase the springboard ship bonus damage versus buildings from 45 to 55, so 10 increase. I really like this, and I read the developer note and I completely agree. Basically they say it takes too long for the springboard ship to destroy a building, and I agree completely, and I hope this makes way faster work out of destroying some enemy docks. Let's go into the specific Abbasid dynasty. Just here in the general, I mean, we have some like very good ones, like the last one we read, the arrow ships now target the center of the enemy correctly. Other than that is like not great, like I'm not like excited or disappointed by any of those changes. Moving on, Abbasid dynasty, men at arms unit renamed to the Ghulam, so we have new units, and not just for Abbasid, guys. If you enjoy any other Civ, keep watching the video because we have new units for it. This fearsome warrior boasts a powerful double strike. That's the key point of this, and it deals 2 attacks in quick succession. It has low damage, but it deals 2 attacks. And if you think about it, it wasn't like super reduced, and supposedly they are less effective against knights. I can see that happen, but not against men at arms, I believe. I think they will shred through men at arms. The attack speed was also changed. It is more expensive than your casual men at arms. It's faster though, so you can kite or chase more effectively. And the health was increased, so they are also tankier. How is this supposed to lose to a man at arms? You know what I'm saying? House of Wisdom corrected the help text. Oh, preservation of knowledge technology fixed an issue where outposts emplacements were affected. Oh, it's not supposed to. Alright. Camel Rider cost change, so that this above, they are less expensive, and they wanted the general cost effectiveness of this unit as well as bring down the food cost so it's easier to mix into production cycles. Alright. I think it's okay. I think it's fair. There was a firing delay on Camel Archers that was fixed, so now it's easier to kite and micro the unit. Camel Rider shields and Camel Rider barding are now tier upgrades and share the same UI slot as the stables. At the stables. And the cost the camel shields was reduced as well. Damn, and the research time was reduced as well. We're gonna see some Camel Riders hitting the field more often. Teak Masters technology, what does that do? Teak Masters technology from the Abbasid civilization. Where does that comes from? Where does that come from? Teak Masters. Is it? Yeah, it's 2 ships, okay. Oh, it's instead of gaining 10% move speed, now adds 10% HP to the military speed ships. That's very good. Imams created a more suitable... and you now can access this on the feudal age. Abbasid gonna be crazy on the water maps. Created a more subtle, scaled-down version of the conversion sound. Imams with the upgrade will no longer try to convert an enemy that has already been converted. Okay, that's actually funny. Moving on to the Chinese. Before we move on, resume. I really like the Abbasid changes. I like the new unit. I think it's going to be very strong. And I really like the Camel Rider changes. But I also think this technology in the feudal age will change the game. Alright? And it's cheaper. And it's cheaper than it was, right? And with preservation of knowledge, you can be even cheaper, right? So I think water matchups will see more Abbasid, and I like that. Moving to Chinese. Oh, this is good, guys. I mean, perhaps it depends on the perspective. This is not good economically speaking, but militarily speaking is very, very good. Look, reusable barrels rework into additional barrels. What does that mean, Esso? No longer reduces the cost of Nest of Bees, but Nest of Bees receive +2 additional rocket arrows. So Nest of Bees will shoot more, aka doing more damage. Now the thing is, it's +2 damage, not damage, or +2 rocket arrows. Is that good enough to replace cheaper Nest of Bees? Because with cheaper Nest of Bees, you have more Nest of Bees, right? So you have more rockets anyway. That's a one that we really need to test. I think it's gonna be great, especially for burst attacks, timing attacks, but we'll see. Imperial Palace and Spiritual landmarks are now tax drop-off locations. I love that. That's excellent quality of life change for Chinese players. Thank you, developers. Finally, the acclaimed, prophetized nerf of the Zuganu. Zuganu cost adjusted, not increased, keep this in mind, adjusted from 20 food, 30 gold and 30 wood to 30 food, 20 gold, 30 wood. So they changed the food and gold cost because they want a Zuganu investment to be more heavy on the food. So the Chinese player needs to go out to get some deer or boar, or needs to invest into a farm transition. And this is good because instead of nerfing the unit, they just make the choice of going for said unit more complicated. And that's good, that gives more strategy and also more variety to the Chinese player as well. As you using China, now the gameplay is a bit more engaging because you have to make more decisions, right? Grenadier, now, Grenadier was already bad, okay? And they are here making a very interesting change. Damage decreased from 13 to 10, okay. This sounds like a nerf, but damage type changed from ranged to siege. Ignores armor. Now this can be a game changer. I don't know how this will actually be effective on the battlefield. I think it will be huge, right? Because you are ignoring armor. Upgrades. Doesn't matter, right? Knights, they usually have a lot of armor, or men at arms, doesn't matter, right? But I'm sad about that last one. Bonus damage versus buildings reduced from 65 to 20, because it is really fun to use a bunch of grenadiers to destroy barracks and military buildings or even houses and make your enemy don't have population space. That was very funny to do, but you can't really do it anymore because, I mean, they still do good damage, they still do 20 damage to buildings, right? But it was too much. 65 perhaps it was too much. Now they're changing the fire lancers as well. Torch damage reduced by 6 basically, and in Castle Age the melee damage increased, and on Imperial Age as well by 2 points. So they want the fire lancer to be less of a damage of a building destroyer, and they want the fire lancer to be able to fight just normal fights, because fire lancers, they were barely used as like main army. They were used to destroy siege, to destroy production, or to go for a good old landmark snipe. And I think this will be better now because they have a cool ability. They can charge and explode the charge, right? That is very cool. But after that, after the charge, they were pretty much useless. So, or not useless, but it was tough to use them. But now I think doing more damage will be very good for them. Bro, I really like, I don't know if it's good or bad, but I really like the changes of the Chinese. It's stirring up the water, making things more interesting, making things a bit more exciting and different, and I'm loving this because I play a lot of China on my matches, so I will, if this comes to, because remember this is PvP, so I will test this, and this might not be coming out on season 5, all these changes, but I really like, I'm really interested in these concepts. I really like how the devs are approaching China here, and I really like it. Moving on to Delhi. I really like Delhi as well as a civilization. They have a new unit. Instead of a horseman, now they have the Ghazi Raider. Okay, uses a mace in combat, not a stick and pole. A dagger and a pole, a spear, right? and it's more expensive, it has more HP, it has more damage, and it has bonus versus heavy. That's great. +2, +3, and +4 versus heavy. Versus knights, versus men-at-arms. That's actually very good. I think they will not counter knights, right? But they will be great help against them. That's great. Ooh, but they attack slower though, as well. Interesting. Interesting. I like it though. I really like it. Compound of the Defender Landmark, that's some text changes. Dome of the Fate, text changes. Civilization description. Elephants. While they are big as boats, elephants are no longer attacked by docking placements. I didn't know about that, but it's very funny how they texted this. War, yeah, this change, like, it's weird. They're changing how the war elephant and the elephants in general interact with attacking buildings. They change, like, the DPS is the same, but now they change. They used to use the Siege Tusk, now they use the normal Melee Tusk, where it's the same, I guess, because it's the same DPS. So, I don't know, it's just to have less elements in the game. I don't know this one. I don't know if this is actually a change or just a... I don't know, it's weird. Move on. And the same for the Tower Elephant. Corrected the issue with the Tower Elephant's riders skipping incendiary arrows class. Really? That's not cool, bro. Added UI buff icon to units affected by Zeal, and scholars will no longer be selected first when cycling through building selections. Alright. So not a lot of changes to Delhi. They have a new unit and that's it, basically. Right, they have a new unit. But that new unit is very interesting. Uses a mace, that's cool, it's different, right? Perhaps it has less range as well. And they have damage versus, bonus damage versus heavy units. That will be the key point. These will be great. Because many times with Delhi, you get stuck in feudal, and your enemy goes castle or fast castle, and now you can do damage against those armored units, right? That's gonna be great. Moving on to English. Bro, when I first read this, I got scared. Look, read with me. Campfire ability, moved from the longbow to the man-at-arms, and no longer requires research. At this point, I thought, bro, what? The man-at-arms will be able to heal? This is so broken. But it's different now. First, it costs 25 wood to deploy, and a maximum of 5 campfires can be deployed at any time, and campfires no longer provide healing, and they provide plus 30% sight range increase to units in the area. They also provide some natural sight range if no units are nearby. And this is like perhaps wards in League of Legends. They just give you vision. But if you think about it, vision is the most important resource in Age of Empires 4. So this seems like what the hell, but I think this will be great. Alright, I think this will be great. But let's see what the developers want to achieve with this change. The campfire ability wasn't getting much use, that's true, and we wanted to revitalize the civilization with a new ability that helps the core roster, aka longbows and men-at-arms, right? Shine. Instead of providing raw power, this ability has multiple interesting scouting potentials, such as being put in stealth forests or on a tall terrain to enhance a scout even further. Note that these campfires are also attackable by the enemy and only have 1 hit point, so they are best used at strategic times, right? So I think this is gonna be great actually. Now here, another confusing one, I'm not sure, I have to play. Villager hunting bow range increased from 2.75 tiles to 5 tiles. Alright guys, to 5 tiles. So, because in here states villager hunting bow. So is this for a hunt? Or is the same bow that they use to attack? Because if it is, and you now have 5 tiles on your villager, and your villager can attack another villager that is 5 tiles away, this is gonna be great for Tower Rush. This is gonna be great for cheese. If it is for the hunting, it's okay, but I don't get it why you change that. But if it is the bow that they used to shoot, like on a military mode, I think this is too much. I think this is gonna be broken. Well, let's see. Armor. Oh, I really like this one. Armor clad technology cost increased by 50 food and 100 gold. I really like that. Wingard Footman now have the proper torch damage for an Imperial Age unit, and the King, the cost was reduced. I also like that. And now you can see the range of the healing aura, and you fix the bug with the Kingly Presence aura radius to match the intended size. So, very interesting changes in English. I'm a bit scared about this one. I love the balance of this one, of the armored clad cost, and I love the King being reduced, the cost of it, so more people can use it. Let's go to the French. Now the French, they have a new unit as well, named the War Cog, but it's basically a Hulk that costs less. That's basically it. Alright? Then, bro, this is big. New Merchant Guilds technology. Alright? Available in the Imperial Age, costs 200 food, 500 gold. Active traders generate 1 gold every 6 seconds. Affected by the French Economic Technologies discount. Available at the Royal No way! This is huge! That's what she said, but... Bro! You can do this on Castle Age with the Royal Institute. You can go trade, and you have 20 traders. Every 6 seconds you generate 20 gold. Doesn't sound much, right? But that's 200 gold per minute from 20 traders. Right? And they are still trading. They are still trading, right? They are still gathering you gold. And they also changed trade. I will speak about it later as well, or in another video, but bro, I love this technology because I play a lot of French as well, and I think French is like too much military focused. Now we can focus a bit more on economy as well with this. I think it's gonna be great. Long guns technology, damage bonus increased. Now also increases bonus damage. Moved to the Imperial Age, cost increased and added to Royal. Oh, really? Nice. So you because this makes your your boats do more damage, and now you can also do it, bro. I really like they adding these technologies to the Royal Institute, because like I said earlier in the video, many games do not reach Imperial Age, and you have like the craziest technologies are on Imperial Age, and sometimes you don't use them, but French can bring that Imperial Age on the Castle Age. It's great. Now, Arbaletier changes. They gain 1 range while Pavie is deployed. I love this, because once you deploy the Pavie, then you can't move or you lose the Pavie. But now with the +1 range, you don't need to move as much or as soon. Fix the bug where moving after activating, ignore the ability cooldown. Pavie cannot be activated while on stone walls. That's great, that's more defense, right? The Military Academy now increases the production speed of the... Oh, this is great! Military Academy is a technology that you can go for on the blacksmith that makes you produce units faster, and now it applies to the College of Artillery, and the College of Artillery has Royal Cannons, Royal Cavalryns, and Royal Ribaldo-Queens that do more damage, so now you can produce those faster. Bro, French getting very buffed, I like it. Bro, French is getting very versatile, and I really like that. Moving on, HRE, not much. They don't need much, they're pretty good right now. The Voughtness and Benediction technologies. Benediction has been removed from the game and merged into the Voughtness. So they fuse these two technologies, which is great. I believe this is great. The Voughtness now provides +10 resources gathering and +25% construction speed instead of just +15 construction speed. I love this. This is a great... I think this might be even a bit broken, but it's very good for the HRE players. I like that. Corrected issues with the Great Palace of... Okay, you couldn't use emergency repairs on the Wonder if it was under the Palace of Schwabia landmark influence. And relics are now ejected when docks are destroyed. Malgians. Fort of the Huntress landmark now properly has 5 fire armor. Rare Scout regeneration reduced, and reduced the movement speed in the feudal age. Veteran upgrade now grants 100% bonus damage versus ranged units in castle age. Is that good for the balance of the game? You're doing double the damage against archers, crossbows, horse archers. I don't know. Maybe because also they regenerate slow. Oh, but you only change the reduction, the regeneration. I know, on feudal and castle age. Oh, my bad. I didn't read feudal, and I thought they didn't change it in feudal because in feudal is when it's more problematic. And they reduce the movement speed by quite a bit, by 0.13. That's going to be great, because now spears can kind of chase them a bit better. I don't know. I think they're still a bit broken, but we have to test it. But I like that they're at least doing something about it. Canoe tactics technology, cost reduced from 100 wood and 50 gold. Wow, to 50 gold and to 50 wood and 125 gold. That's a big discount. And the research time was reduced as well. Villager cattle gather reduced. Alright. And food gathering technologies now apply to the passive income. What? Oh no, food gathering technologies now apply to the passive income of cattle garrison in ranches? That's gonna be so much food. Just passively. Developer note, the cattle changes are intended to push players towards garrisoning cattle in ranches in the mid to late game. That's true, nobody was doing it basically, right? Fixed a bug to ensure cattle population as a display to inform the player there is a limit to how many cattle the user can have. Imported armor technology cost reduced, I like this. It was too easy to go into this technology and make your sofas super bulky. Updated civilization bonuses text, corrected an issue with the UI, tech tree, corrected an issue with H2 okay, doesn't matter. Mongol, bro. Mongol, I really like the changes on Malians, I really like the balance to the rare scout. Mongols, I think this new unit, it will be a bit scary because of this. Available in feudal age. Because the Mongol Lancer, this is supposed to be a Lancer, renamed to Kashik, alright? And available in feudal age. So basically you have a knight in the feudal age, you have a Lancer in the feudal age. It's not as bulky, maybe you need to upgrade it, I know, but like there is already this problem in the game where, I mean, you have spears, I know, to counter this, but having armored units in the feudal age is it's too much. If it was just the French and the Rus, it would be alright. It was 2 out of 8. But you have French, Rus with the knights. You have men-at-arms from the English and the HRE. You have the Sipahi with the method, so they have plus armor. So, and then now you have the Mongols as well. So that's 6 or 7 out of 10. That's too much armor in the feudal age, in my opinion. Cost decreased, attack decreased, HP decreased, attack speed improved, restores 3 HP each time it attacks, that's great. Train time decreased, and then you have a new step Lancers technology, which is available on the Imperial Age, and you heal 1 HP per attack, and you increase faster, so you have more attacks, so you have more healing. This unit is very good, I love the mechanic. Maybe I just don't like it to be available on feudal age, but let's see what can we do and how can we do with this unit. I hope it's not broken because it's a really cool concept and I would like this unit to come to the main game, but I don't want it to be broken. You know what I'm saying? But it's a really, really concept, and Mongols need some help right now. At the top level, they're not doing very well. And then you also have improved steep Lancers technology, Stipe Lancers technology, which they have plus 2 HP per attack, and the attack speed is increased by further 5%. This is really cool as well. New improved YAM network technology available in the Imperial Age, or maybe it's too late for that one. Heals traders 1 HP every 2 seconds while within YAM aura. Landmark correct issue where Landmark wasn't healing allied units on the team games perhaps. Silver 3 Landmark discount and production speed bonus reduced from 50% to 40% because yeah, trade is broken, but like I usually say, you don't worry about daily trade, you worry about Mongol trade, you worry about Abbasid trade, right? And those are the really broken ones, so I like to see this nerf to the Mongol trade. Count Scouting Falcon ability can now be summoned from range at player's cursor location, cooldown reduced from 75 seconds to 60 seconds, and can now see over the top of trees. I really like that, giving more vision and more versatility to the use of the Scout. Piracy technology, cost reduced from 100 food, 250 gold to 50 food and 125 gold. So this is basically you destroy ships and you gain resources, so more people will be using this. Stone Commerce technology, cost increased, research time increased, and improved Stone Commerce technology cost increased as well. Added Court Architects technology to the OVU and the White Stupa landmark. Packed buildings GER, step readout, and pasture pack time reduced from 5 to 1 second, so they will be immediately packed, but fixed a bug where packed buildings were getting repaired at the same speed as siege weapons. They will now be repaired at the same speed as other buildings. This is fair, because you can barely destroy the buildings if they were being healed when they were packed, because the villagers were just repairing them, and they were already super fast, so it's already hard to catch up to them, and then the villagers repair them super fast, so now it will be easy to destroy the packed buildings. I like that. A new Magnetite icon is added to help people differentiate between the horse archer, fixed a bug where the light jug wasn't playing a death animation, improved military academies by correcting out-of-date help text and values, fix an issue where the Mongol AI, okay, fix an issue with the Mongol, okay. Ottomans. Twin Minaret Madrasa landmark adjusted the initial berry spawn time from spawning every 20 seconds to every 35 seconds, and the respawn rate remains at 120 seconds. This will not change much. You will not just have a burst of food as soon as you age up, right? It will still be a great landmark, not as so much cheese potential from that. Sipahi cost increased, but also the HP increased. Oh, I like that. Damage increased as well, from 9 to 12. Bro, that's a lot. From 9 to... because, look, the cost is only 10. 10, 20, the cost. But then the damage goes from 9 to 12, bro. That's great. That's so good. That can't be. That's too strong. Speed reduced, okay. So not as fast as the horseman. And attack range increased. Interesting. Developer note, we wanted to make this unique unit stand out further from the standard horseman. The increased range make it as much more effective raiding unit as it is able to focus fire. Oh, I like that. I really like that. New Great Bombard emplacement replaces the cannon emplacement on keeps. That's really cool, bro. That's really cool. Costs 250 gold and 400 stone, 60 seconds to research, 100 range damage with greater AoE, area of effect, plus 200 versus building. Plus as 100. Bro, what the hell? So Ottomans keeps can destroy other keeps way faster. Then, yeah, bro, I like this. I really like this. Grand Galley, nobody uses this. Okay, you need to change something about these devs. Now as the gunpowder unit tag to more clearly communicate upgrades that apply to it. Okay. Now move towards the player when attempting to garrison units inside it after being upgraded to military academy. Okay. Fix the bug where select all military ships wasn't selecting the Grand Galley. Okay. Improved some of the underused vizier points. Field work, which is bringing 2 imams that heal on AoE. Healing aura now scales per age. Nice. So if you keep them alive, which is very hard if you're using them for battle, they will heal 1 and 1 on Dark Age and Feudal Age, but then 2 on Castle Age and 3 on Imperial Age. That's actually very good on Imperial Age. Because You can call them if you have still a Vizier point. You can call them on Imperial Age, and that can actually be very good. Janissary Company now spawns additional 2 Janissaries from the capital town center, in addition to the Janissaries at military schools. So more Janissaries. Alright, I like that. Great to defend against cavalry. Trade bags now also applies to the gold generated by the Sultani trade network. Not a lot of people use that landmark, but you have 6 traders inside, and now they'll give you 40% more gold. That's good. That's good. I don't know if it will be good enough for people to use the landmark in itself, but it's good. Method. Health now scales. Instead of a flat 180, it's now 160, 180 and 200. I really like it because sometimes it will be very hard to just kill the method, you know, and now it's easier to target it and just kill it. Fixed requirement text, shipping routes, 10% trader and transport ship movement speed now also applies to fishing boats. Nice! Making them more efficient because they need to come back to the dock to drop the fish, and now they do it faster. Tech tree. Okay, yeah, we don't need... I really like the changes on the Ottomans. It's basically a new Sipahi, a new bombarding placement. They changed the Grand Galley, but they didn't make it better, they just make it simpler to use. And they changed the Vizier points. I really like the changes on the Vizier points. They are very interesting concepts, I really like them. And lastly, but not least, Rus. Alright? Developer notes. We have made, on the hunting cabins, we have made a pass on hunting cabins to make them less punishing, easier to understand and better balanced. Hunting cabins with overlapping auras no longer suffer a penalty to gold income. Instead, trees are claimed by hunting cabins. This means that a tree in the aura of multiple hunting cabins will only generate gold for the first cabin placed. So that's a nerf. Basically, gold generation is now fixed to 30-second intervals instead of reducing the interval with the bounty mechanic. Tiers now provide a percentage increase to the hunting cabin gold income at each tier. 10%, 25% and 65% on the last tier of bounty. That's a lot. Now this is a nerf as well. Global income is capped at 300 gold per minute at tier 0. With tier 3, global income, alright, not just from 1. The global income is capped at 500 gold per minute from all hunting cabins. Yeah, this is really a nerf. I don't know if Rus needed this nerf though. Hunting cabins now show a 3 counter in their UI when built. That's very good. So you know how many trees there are generating gold for you, right? Gold kicker text is now visible when cabins generate gold. Adjust rate of gold generation using a diminishing returns formula to balance the sieve on maps with densely packed forests. High trade house does not contribute to the hunting cabin gold generation. Oh, that's good. That's very good. That's very good. It's basically a hunting cabin out of that cap. Also, it doesn't claim trees or require unclaimed trees to generate gold from nearby trees, so you can put this on top of another hunting cabin. Knight Sabers. It's a technology exclusive to the Rus. Knight's weapons swaps from a saber to a pole axe. This is purely a visual change and still adds +4 damage to the melee attacks. Alright. Horse Archer's mounted precision reworked into a new technology called mounted training. Unlocks the gallop ability, causing horse archers to move at maximum move speed with +2 weapon range for 8 seconds. Nice, so they can shoot while move? No, right? They just move faster and they have more range? So it's extremely good for kiting, but only for 8 seconds. I don't know if this is good, actually. Streltsy. Melee damage increased from 60 to from 50 to 60 melee damage. Oh, that's wait, that's a lot. Melee damage. That's a lot of damage. 60. Bro, a horseman does like 12 or 50, right? This occurs when a unit engages the stealthy in melee combat. But he already had a 50 melee damage. And I didn't saw them do like great like man at arms or because they have no armor or something. I don't know, but now they're super strong on melee, but they no longer have the double time ability, which if they stand in the same place for a certain amount of time, they will shoot faster. So they don't have... But wait, why? Why did they took it? They gave them 10 more damage on melee, but now you don't attack faster? Why? I mean, I don't think it's bad or good, I just don't understand why. Developer note: we wanted to further distinguish the roles of horse archers and streltsy. The horse archer is weaker and more mobile. The streltsy is the slow powerhouse. But how do you taking the double time ability and giving them more melee damage accomplishes that? I don't think it does. Moving on, Lodiya ships can, I think, no longer exceed population cap by converting lower pop cost ships into higher pop ships. Added a new ability to the Kremlin, which when activated calls all available militia to the landmark town center, and Castle Watch technology, which I don't know what it does. Cost reduced from 100 stone to 50 stone. Castle Watch, what is that? From the Rus, Castle Watch. Let me see. Castle Watch. I'm looking into the game right now. Is it something... oh, yeah, with vision. Increases the sight range of this wooden fortress by 6 tiles. Yeah, I think 100 stone was too much for that. I agree. I like that. And this is it, guys. Alright? We have a lot of changes, right? They didn't here talk about trade as well, but they changed trade as well. We'll do that on the general changes. And these are all the changes for all the civs. We are 40 minutes in, it's a lot of changes. And remember, these changes will not be guaranteed. People will play on the PUP, people will give feedback, and then the devs will look into change it, into change something, or to keep these changes. But there are some weird changes, but most changes are positive, and even the weird ones, the concept or the goal is very good and I really like them. The game is getting more lively, the game is getting fresher and more spicy in my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and watch me live on Twitch using the link in the description below as well. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and I see you soon. The Cloud Surfer, surfing out.